Hi, hello students. Welcome to Indian Tech Guru for you. Let us move on to the next topic. The next topic is shift micro operations. Shift micro operations. So shift micro operations means we are going to shift the bits either from left to right or from right to left. So there are several types of shift micro operations. So the first category is logical shift operations, and the second one is circular shift operations. The third category is arithmetic shift operations, and each category will have either left shift or right shift. Left logical shift, right logical shift, left circular shift, right circular shift. Similarly, left arithmetic shift, right arithmetic shift. So these are the different categories of shift micro operations. So how we are going to represent in a register? The symbolic designation is, so logical left shift is represented as R assignment SHL R. It is shift left, shift left. Similarly, logical right shift is represented as R assignment SHR R, and circular left shift is represented as R assignment CILR, circular left, and circular right shift operation is represented as R assignment CIRR. Similarly, the arithmetic left shift operation is represented as R assignment ASHLR, arithmetic shift left, and arithmetic right shift operator is represented as R assignment ASHRR. So like this we are going to represent symbolically the different types of shift operations. So now let us consider each shift operation and how we are going to perform these shift operations. So first let us consider the logical shift operations. Logical shift operations. So logical shift operations are of two types: logical left shift and logical right shift. For example, consider an 8-bit register value such as 00, 11, 00, 11. So the contents of an 8-bit register are 00, 11, 00, 11. Now I want to perform the logical left shift. Logical left shift. So logical left shift means we are going to move each bit from right to left. From right to left. So this one comes here. This one comes here. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. Like this we are going to move all the bits from right to left. Now there will be one particular value we need to insert, which is empty. Okay, after moving all the values from right to left, so there will be one particular location which is empty. What is that location? Least significant bit. Okay, and what about this 0? We have moved this 0 to here, this 0 to here, this 1 to here, this 1 to here, this 0 to here. So what about this 0? So this 0 is rejected. This bit is rejected. Whatever the value in this particular location, MSB location, that will be rejected, and in the least significant bit we are going to fill with the value 0. Fill with a 0. Okay, 0 will be filled in least significant bit. Like this we are going to perform the logical left shift operation. Okay. Similarly, as far as the logical right shift operation is concerned, so let me take the same example: 0, 0, 1 1, 0 0, 1 1. Now to perform the right shift operation, I am going to move all the values from left to right, So this 0 comes here, 0, this 0 comes here, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. This one comes here. So what about this one? This one will be rejected. I am not going to consider the value in least significant bit. So what about the value in most significant bit? We need a value in most significant bit. So I am going to fill with a 0. The most significant bit value will be filled with a 0. So like this, we are going to perform the logical left shift operation as well as logical right shift operation. Now let us consider about the circular left shift operation as well as circular right shift operation. Circular shift operations. So second category, circular shift operations, left operation CIL, right operation CIR. So for that also let me take the same example, 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1. Now first let us consider the circular left shift operation. Circular left shift operation is also carried out in the same way as a circular normal logical left shift operation. So this one comes here, this one comes here, 0 0 1 1 0. Okay. So however, instead of rejecting the bit in most significant bit, previously we have rejected the most significant bit. Now instead of rejecting the most significant bit, so that value will be moved to the least significant bit. Okay. So that is why it is called as a circular left shift operation. Circular left shift operation. Okay. So this will be the final value in the register. Similarly, as far as the circular right shift operation is concerned, so let me take the same example, 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1. So it is also performed similar to the logical right shift operation. So this one comes here, sorry, this 0 comes here, this 0 comes here, 1 1 0 0 1. And what about this one? So previously we have rejected this one, whatever the value here. Now instead of rejecting that value, we are going to move that value to the most significant bit. So this one comes here. Okay. So whatever the value in the LSB, that will be moved in the to the MSB in the destination register. Similarly here we are moving the MSB value to the LSB. Okay. So as far as the circular left shift is concerned, we are going to move the MSB value to LSB after performing the left shift, and similarly we are going to move the LSB value to the MSB after performing the right shift operation. Like this we are going to perform the circular left shift as well as circular right shift operations. Now let us consider the third operation. Third one is arithmetic shift operations. Arithmetic shift operations. So as far as the logical shift operations and the circular shift operations are concerned, so we need not worry about the sign bit. We need not to worry about the sign bit. So because we are not going to consider the values. So whereas arithmetic shift operation is concerned, arithmetic shift operations are concerned, we need to consider the sign bit also. That is very, very important. We need to consider the sign bit also. Okay. So as far as the arithmetic shift operations are concerned, so again we are having the arithmetic left shift operation and arithmetic right shift operation. AS, HL, A, SH, R, R. So first let us consider the left shift operation. So let me take the same example 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So now because we are considering the arithmetic shift operations, we need to consider the most significant bit as sign bit. So if you consider the register values as R0, R1, R2 and so on. So this will become Rn minus 1. This value will become Rn minus 2. Okay. So now let us perform the arithmetic left shift operation. So arithmetic left shift operation will be performed similar to logical left shift operation. Okay. So now how we are going to perform? This 0 will come here. This 1 will come here. 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. And here we are going to fill with a 0. In the least significant bit, we are going to fill with a 0. Okay. So as far as the arithmetic shift operation is concerned, because we are dealing with the numbers, we need to calculate what is the value of what are the values of the registers. Okay. So what is the value of this particular number? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. 32, 16, 48, 50, 51. Then the sign is plus. This is plus 51, And if you consider the resultant after the shift operation is performed, so 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. 64, 32, 96 plus 4, 100. 100 plus 2, 102. So we are going to get plus 102. So what does this indicate? This indicates that whenever we are going to perform the arithmetic left shift operation, the value in the register will be multiplied by 2. The value in the register will be multiplied by 2. Okay. So originally it was a plus 51. Whenever I am going to perform the arithmetic left shift operation, I am going to get plus 102, which is the original value multiplied by 2. Okay. So like this we are going to get always the result. However, we need to be very careful. So about the overflow condition. Okay. So why? Because here the R minus 2 bit, is shifted to R minus 1 bit. So which is a sign bit. Now for example, let us apply once again the arithmetic left shift for the result. Okay, if you apply the arithmetic left shift for the result, then what value will come? This one comes here, this one comes here, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and I am going to fill with one more 0. Okay. Now in the sign bit, what value is there? 1 value is there. However, so plus 102 into 2, what value we should get? We should get plus 204. So instead of plus 204, what value came? A negative value came. Okay. So as we know that 0 represents a positive number and 1 represents a negative number in the sign bit. So now we got a negative number. So which represents an overflow condition. Why overflow has come? Because using 7 bits as magnitude, what is the maximum value we can store? We can store the maximum value plus 128. However, what value we got? Plus 204. It could not be accommodated using 7 bits. So that is why an overflow has occurred. So then how to find out whether overflow could occur or not? So very simple. We need to make sure that the values in R minus 1 and the value in R minus 2 are same. So that is the value in R minus 1 should be equal to the value in Rn minus 2. So then only we are going to get the correct result. So otherwise we are going to get the wrong result because an overflow will occur. An overflow will occur. Okay. So now let us consider the right shift operation. Right shift operation. So for performing the right shift operation, so what I am going to do is I am going to take the value 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. So whose value is plus 1, 0, 2, and I am going to perform the right shift operation. Perform the right shift operation. This 0 will come here. 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay. So now, as far as the arithmetic right shift operation is concerned, so I am going to copy the sign bit, copy the same sign bit to the sign bit location. Okay, this is very important. I am going to copy the same sign bit, whatever the sign bit here it is. So I am going to copy the same sign bit to the sign bit of the resultant register. Okay. So now let me verify whether the result has come correct or not. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So what is the value? I am going to do it plus 51. Plus 51. So what does it mean? Whenever I am going to perform the arithmetic right shift operation, whenever I am going to perform the arithmetic right shift operation, so I am going to get the result divided by 2. Okay. So whenever I am going to perform the left shift operation, I am going to get the result multiplied by 2. So whenever I am going to perform the arithmetic right shift operation, I am going to get the result divided by 2. Okay. So this occurs by default. This occurs by default. Now, is there any chance of overflow condition as far as the right shift operation is concerned? So there is no chance of overflow condition because the bits will be shifted from left to right, and always the value will be decreased, not increased. Always the value will be decreased, not increased. Okay. So actually, in case of the left shift operation, because there is a possibility of overflow condition, okay. So actually, it will be verified by a flip flop, which is going to perform the exclusive OR operation between Rn minus 1 as well as Rn minus 2. Okay. So we are going to maintain a flip flop V, so which is going to perform an exclusive OR operation between Rn minus 1 as well as between Rn minus 2. Okay. So if the exclusive OR operation results in 0, that is either both the values of either both the values are 0, 0 or both the values are 1, 1, then we could perform the left shift operation. So otherwise, if either there is a 0, 1 or 1, 0, we could not perform the arithmetic operation because there may be an overflow. There may be an overflow condition is going to occur. Okay. So like this, we are going to perform the arithmetic left shift as well as arithmetic right shift operations. So to have more clarity, so let us consider the negative numbers and try to perform the arithmetic left shift as well as arithmetic right shift operations. So for the same operations, let me consider the negative numbers. Then you are going to get more clarity because we need to consider the sign bit. We must be very careful while performing the arithmetic left shift as well as arithmetic right shift operations. Okay. So now first of all, let us consider the arithmetic left shift operation by taking an example of a negative number, So I am going to take the same number 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, whose value is plus 51. So because I want to now consider minus 51, I want to consider minus 51. I need to convert this number into 2's complement representation. So I am going to convert into 2's complement representation. Okay. So initially one came, that is why exchange all 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 1. So this is the 2's complement equivalent of minus 51. Now shall I perform the arithmetic left shift operation? Yes, because Rn minus 1 and Rn minus 2 values are same. Okay, so that is why I could perform the arithmetic left shift operation. If I perform the arithmetic left shift operation, this one comes here. Okay, 0 0 1 1 0 1. And as we have discussed previously, this least significant bit will be filled with a 0. Okay, so this is the resultant value. However, because it is a negative number, the result will be in 2's complement representation. To find out the magnitude, once again I need to change it into 2's complement. So 0 1, this is the first one encountered. So exchange 1 0 0 1 1 0. So this is the magnitude value. So 1 2 4 8 16 32 64. So what is the magnitude? I got 102. So because it is 2's complement number, it is a negative number, minus 102. Okay, minus 102. So now the result we got, even though I have considered the negative number, we got the correct result. So always whenever I am going to perform, let it be a positive number, let it be a negative number, so it will be multiplied by 2. It will be multiplied by 2. Okay. So now let me consider minus 102 for the right shift operation. So let me consider minus 102 and perform the arithmetic right shift operation. What is the value of minus 102? 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0. This is the 2's complement representation of minus 102. Now I want to perform the arithmetic right shift operation. So this one comes here, 0 0 1 1 0 1, and I should replace the sign bit with the Rn minus 1 value, that is this one. Okay, so this is the value we got after performing the arithmetic right shift operation. To find out the magnitude, because it is in 2's complement representation, we need to change once again in 2's complement representation. So this one already there, 1 exchange 1 0 0 1 1 0 0. So this is the 51, the magnitude is 51. So we got the value minus 51. So now we can conclude that even though we have taken a negative number, if we perform the arithmetic right shift operation, always it will be divided by 2. Okay. So like this we are going to perform the arithmetic left shift operation as well as arithmetic right shift operation. So we need to be careful whenever we are going to perform the left shift operation. We need to make sure that the Rn minus 2 value and Rn minus 1 value should be same. Otherwise what happens? Otherwise it is going to generate an overflow condition. So because 7 bits could not accommodate so more value, it shall accommodate only up to 128 value. Okay, so like this we are going to perform the shift micro operations. So in this diagram we are going to see the hardware implementation of the shift micro operations. So to implement the shift micro operations, we need 4 multiplexers. We need 4 2x1 multiplexers. So here there will be selection inputs 0 as well as selection input 1, 2 selection inputs. So and there will be one serial input IR and one more serial input IL. Okay. So the A0, A1, A0, A1, A2, A3. So values will be moved to either H1, H2, H3 or H0, H1, H2, and the remaining bit, whatever the remaining bit, that will be filled with IR as well as IL. Okay, so IR as well as IL. Like this, we are going to perform the arithmetic, logic left shift as well as logic right shift operations. Okay, so finally, what we are going to do is we are going to move the content of register A to content of register H. So by changing the bits, either from right to left or from left to right. And the last topic we are going to discuss is arithmetic logic shift unit. Arithmetic logic shift unit. So already we know that inside of the computer system, inside of the processor, there will be ALU, arithmetic and logic unit. Arithmetic and logic unit. Okay. So even though in the previous classes we discussed about the arithmetic operations as well as the logical operations separately, inside of the computer system, so there will be a single circuit which is going to perform both the arithmetic operations as well as the logical operations. Okay, so the basic overview of that particular circuit will be like this. So we'll have an arithmetic circuit, we'll have an logical circuit, and we are going to pass the register values as AI, BI. AI represents one particular register and BI represents another register. Okay. Similarly, for shift operations, we may pass the values as AI minus 1, AI plus 1 to perform the shift operations. So I minus 1 means shift right, I plus 1 means shift left operation. Okay. So whenever we are going to perform the operations, we need to perform which operation must be performed. Okay, we need to select which operation must be performed. To select which operation must be performed, there are four selection inputs, S3, S2, S1, S0. So based on these four selection inputs, we can generate 16 different operations. 16 different operations. So in this particular table, we can see what are the 16 different operations we can generate. So whenever the input selection lines are 0, 0, 0, 0 and the input carry is 0, the operation to be performed is transfer A, transfer the content of register A. Similarly, whenever the values of input selection lines are 0, 0, 0, 0 and Cin is 1, then the operation to be performed, the function to be performed is A plus 1, that is increment the content of register A. Similarly, so whenever the values of selection lines are 0, 0, 0, 1 and the input carry is Cin, then the operation will be performed is addition. Similarly, for the same value, if the input carry is 1, then the operation to be performed is add with carry. And whenever the value is 0, 0, 1, 0 for selection inputs and input carry is 0, the operation to be performed is subtract with borrow. Similarly, whenever the selection inputs are 0, 0, 1, 0 and the input carry is 1, the function to be performed is a subtraction function. Okay. And whenever the value is 0, 0, 1, 1 and the input carry is 0, the operation to be performed is decrement A, and for 0, 0, 1, 1 and Cin is 1, the operation to be performed is transfer A. So if you observe all these operations, we have already discussed in arithmetic circuit up to here. Okay, so all these operations are nothing but the arithmetic operations we have already discussed. So now in addition to the arithmetic operations, we are going to perform the logic operations also. So for 0, 1, 0, 0, for logic operations we don't require this Cin value. So for 0, 1, 0, 0 The operation to be performed is AND operation. For 0101 OR operation, for 0110 XOR operation, for 0111 complement A. So in addition to logic operations, we can perform the shift operations also. If S3 value is 1 and S1 value is S2 value is 0, then we are going to perform the shift right and store the right shifted register in F. And if S3 is 1 and S2 is 1, then we are going to perform the shift left operation and store the register value into F. Okay. So like this, we are going to define the different operations that are possible in arithmetic logic shift unit. So here you can see the circuit, how the circuit looks like, and the connections to the circuit. So both AI register and BI register is connected to arithmetic circuit as well as the logical circuit, and the selection inputs are also connected to the arithmetic circuit as well as the logical circuit as well as the 4x1 multiplexer. So based on the selection, a particular operation will be selected, and here you can see the AI-1, AI+1 registers are connected to the 4x1 multiplexer. So for the final output will be stored in Fi. So even though this circuit is going to represent a particular operation, so actually based on the I value, several multiple operations can be performed using the single arithmetic logic unit. Okay, these are the topics that are that we are going to discuss in today's class. So now, based on the concepts that are covered in this particular unit, now let us consider some exercise problems and try to solve those exercise problems. So as far as the exercise 1 is concerned, show the block diagram of the hardware that implements the following register transfer statement. What is the register transfer statement? YT2 colon R2 assignment R1 comma R1 assignment R2. Okay. So actually we have seen a register transfer statement such as P colon R2 assignment R1. So how the block diagram exists for this particular register transfer statement we have already seen. So how it was looking like. So control circuit is going to control the P value, and based on the P value we are going to load the content of register R1 to register R2. N bits will be moved from register R1 to register R2. So in a particular clock pulse. Okay. So this was the diagram for P colon R2 assignment R1. So in the similar fashion we have to derive a block diagram for YT2 colon R2 assignment R1 comma R1 assignment R2. That is, we are going to perform two different operations. So now let us try to draw a block diagram for this. So the control circuit is going to actually control the values. Control circuit is going to control the values of Y as well as the value of T2. Okay, two values are here, Y as well as T2. So we need to, based on the Y as well as T2 values, we need to perform two different operations. What are they? So we need to perform moving the content of R1 to R2 as well as moving the content from R2 to R1. Okay. So for that purpose, so I am going to use, I am going to consider the register R1 So the content of R1 is moved to register R2. N bits will be moved from register R1 to register R2 based on the values of Y as well as T2. However, we need to perform one more operation. What is that operation? From R2 to R1. So from R2 to I need to move the content to R1 also. Okay. So how these operations are performed? Based on the values of Y as well as T2. Okay. So who are going to control the values of Y as well as T2? Control circuit. Here also I am going to transfer n bits from R2 to R1, and these operations must be controlled by a clock. In a single clock cycle we are going to perform these operations. So that is represented using the clock signal. Okay. So approximately we can draw a block diagram like this. So if you can draw a better diagram, you can draw. Okay. So however, you should remember that the control circuit is going to determine the values of Y as well as T2, and there are two operations that must be performed simultaneously: R2 assignment R1 as well as R1 assignment R2. So the same problem can be solved in a different way also. So I will show that one also. Because here there are two control values. Okay, because there are two control values, we can take those two control values separately and perform an AND operation, and whatever the resultant value, so based on the resultant value we can perform the operations. Okay, based on the resultant value we can perform the operations. What are the operations? So the content of register R1 should be moved to register R2. N bits we are going to move. Similarly, the content of register R2 should be moved to register R1. So here also n bits are there. So within the clock pulse, these operations must be performed. So a clock timer we need. So based on the clock pulse, these operations must be performed. Okay. So we can draw a block diagram like this also, or otherwise at a particular time, if either Y value or T2 value is considered, then we can replace the AND gate with an OR gate. Okay. So there is no specific implementation. So accordingly we can change, but we need to remember that there are two control variables, Y as well as T2, and we need to perform the register transfers from R1 to R2 as well as R2 to R1. Okay, these must be implemented in any block diagram you are going to represent. Okay, so that's all about today's class. Hope you understand the concept. That's all for now.